Embarking on a vacation is often a thrilling prospect, but for 22-year-old Michelle Roy, it was a mixture of excitement and trepidation. As an avid snorkeling lover, the allure of exploring the underwater world held an irresistible charm. However, Michelle's fear of the dangers lurking beneath the water's surface kept her from fully indulging in her passion in America. With the opportunity to travel alongside her parents, Michelle saw a chance to combine family bonding with her deep-seated desire for adventure. A meticulous planner, she embarked on a comprehensive research journey to identify the safest and most breathtaking destination for their family vacation. Michelle's investigation led her to the azure beauty of the Bahamas. The archipelago's turquoise waters, teeming with vibrant marine life, promise an enchanting experience for any snorkeling enthusiast. Her persuasive skills matched her passion, and the Bahamas quickly became her destination of choice. Roy, 58, his wife Laura, Michelle, and her twin brother Michael boarded a flight from Las Vegas to the Bahamas, eager to immerse themselves in the pleasures the turquoise waters and pristine beaches had to offer. Upon arriving and settling into their lodge, their Bahamian adventure began with an enthusiasm that matched their anticipation. Arriving in the Bahamas, the anticipation in the air was palpable. With the Caribbean Sea stretching out around it, the Bahamas is a veritable haven for water enthusiasts. Its crystal-clear waters promise a paradise for swimming, scuba diving, and snorkeling. Their first port of call was a local restaurant where they indulged in the native delicacies the island nation had to offer. The flavors of the Bahamas danced on their taste buds, a compelling precursor to the aquatic wonders that awaited them. As the sun hung high in the sky, the family felt an irresistible pull toward the crystalline waters surrounding them. However, Roy, the patriarch, suggested they spend their first day resting at the hotel and reserve their grand aquatic adventures for the following day. The next day's dawn found Michelle and her twin brother Michael bubbling over with excitement. Having prepared their snorkeling gear, the duo quickly gathered their equipment and went to the beach. The family's adventures were far from over. With a sense of exhilaration, they embarked on a boat excursion to the nearby island of Nassau. Laughter and camaraderie filled the air as they joined other tourists on the boat. Arriving at Nassau, they were greeted by the island's charm, where locals and tourists converged to share in its delights. In the company of fellow travelers, they indulged in a mini picnic that the locals had organized. For Michelle, the promise of adventure beneath the turquoise surface was irresistible. The day's excitement had reached its crescendo as she swiftly finished her meal, eager to don her snorkeling gear and immerse herself in the aquatic wonders that awaited her. Her twin brother Michael was lost in conversation, delaying his preparations. Unperturbed, Michelle ventured into the water alone, the coolness embracing her skin like a lover's touch. The water's gentle embrace lured Michelle further into its depths with each step. The underwater world unfurled before her like an enchanting tapestry, its vivid colors and intricate beauty captivating her senses. As she delved deeper, she closed her eyes, allowing the symphony of nature's rhythm to envelop her. Unknown to her, an ominous presence lurked beneath the surface. 3 sharks, silent predators of the deep, were closing in on the area, their predatory instincts honed in on the lone swimmer. But Michelle was lost in her reverie, unaware of the imminent danger rapidly approaching. Meanwhile, Roy, seated comfortably on a picnic mat, relished the cool sea breeze that danced through his hair. His gaze shifted toward the water and his heart skipped a beat as he caught sight of the gills gliding ominously through the waves. Panic surged through him, and he urgently called out to Laura, who was equally taken aback. They exchanged concerned glances, knowing that Michelle was in the water, yet completely unaware of the area's lurking dangers. Frantic shouts of Michelle's name pierced the air, their urgency echoing over the waves. But Michelle, lost in her underwater reverie, remained oblivious to the desperate calls for her attention. The scene unfolded was a horrifying collision of paradise and peril as the 3 sharks circled and descended upon her with terrifying precision. Michelle's peaceful aquatic exploration was shattered as the pack of sharks overwhelmed her. She fought valiantly against her attackers' immense strength and ferocity, but the odds were stacked against her. Before others could intervene, the damage was done. Michelle emerged from the water, her body bearing the brutal marks of the vicious attack. Her right arm had been torn from her body, a stark testimony to the shark's formidable power. Bites marred her other arm and both legs, leaving an indelible imprint of the horror that had unfolded beneath the waves. The shore that was once a threshold to paradise had now become the site of tragedy. Michelle's lifeless body was carried ashore, the waves now carrying a tale of heartbreak and loss. Rushed to the hospital, every effort was made to save her, but it was too late. Michelle was pronounced dead on arrival. The shock of the loss was like a tidal wave crashing upon her family. Upon hearing the devastating news, Laura fainted, unable to comprehend the swift and agonizing end that had befallen her child. Heavy with grief and disbelief, Roy lamented the cruel twist of fate that had extinguished the light of his daughter's life. Her absence was felt by her family and the island that had become the backdrop of her final moments. In the wake of Michelle's tragic death, the island mourned a loss it had never experienced. The first fatal shark attack had left an indelible mark on the tranquil shores, forever altering the perception of safety that had once enveloped the paradise. Faced with the unbearable weight of grief, Michelle's family made a painful decision: to leave the island that had turned from a haven of adventure to a graveyard of dreams. In the vibrant heart of New York City, where the hustle and bustle of urban life never seemed to rest, lies an oasis of tranquility: the beach. On a bright weekend, Charlotte Brown, a spirited 69-year-old New Yorker, seized the opportunity to escape the city's chaos and embrace the soothing embrace of the ocean. Accompanied by 3 dear friends, the beach promised a respite from the daily grind, a chance to relive the carefree days of youth, and to make new memories that would linger long after the waves had receded. Upon arrival, the friends swiftly transformed into beachgoers, donning their vibrant bikinis and grabbing a colorful ball, symbolizing the playful day ahead. The salty breeze swept through their hair as they ventured into the shallow waters, their laughter resonating with the joy of childhood as they tossed the ball to one another. Amidst fits of giggles and splashes, the ocean became the backdrop to their joyous escapade. The friends, a symphony of youthful spirit and seasoned wisdom, reveled in each other's company, allowing the waves to wash away the world's worries. Yet, as the game's enthusiasm waned, 2 friends decided to retreat to the sun-kissed sands, seeking the comfort of beach chairs to watch the waves dance. Undeterred by fatigue, Charlotte and her remaining companion remained in the water, the cool embrace of the ocean soothing their spirits. The rhythmic waves became their companions, a reminder of the ever-flowing passage of time. The bond between friends, formed through shared memories and experiences, remained as strong as ever, unfazed by the years that had passed. For women, the act of being together is often synonymous with the sharing of stories and the warmth of conversation. And so, amidst the gentle ebb and flow of the waves, Charlotte and her friend began to talk. Their voices, carried by the ocean breeze, danced across the water as they recounted workdays from years gone by. The tales flowed seamlessly, vividly depicting a different era, filled with ambitions, challenges, and triumphs. The stories of yesteryears unraveled like a cherished tapestry, each thread weaving into the fabric of their friendship. Laughter punctuated their reminiscences, a testament to the resilience of their bond that had endured the tests of time. The tranquil day at the beach took an unexpected turn when fate intervened in the most chilling ways. Suddenly, a force jolted Charlotte's left leg, toppling her backward into the water. The world spun as a small tiger shark, its presence unbeknownst to her just moments earlier, clamped onto her left leg with relentless determination. The piercing pain gave way to a primal scream, a desperate cry that pierced the air and sent ripples of panic through her friends. Reacting with a blend of fear and determination, the friend closest to her sprang into action. The swift and instinctive response distracted the shark, diverting its attention long enough for Charlotte to escape its grip. The struggle in the water was fierce, a testament to the raw power of survival that surged through her veins. But Charlotte was not alone in her fight. Lifeguards, ever vigilant, rushed into the water to her rescue. Their arrival was a lifeline, a beacon of hope in a moment of chaos. Swiftly and skillfully, they whisked her to safety. The pain was excruciating as they carried her to the shore. The shark's grip had left a trail of destruction in its wake. The ordeal was far from over. Police officers on the scene ensure her immediate well-being. A tourniquet was applied to her leg, a desperate measure to stem the blood flow. In moments, The once idyllic beach had become a stage for a battle against time, as the forces of life and death waged their relentless struggle. The paramedics arrived swiftly. Their expertise and dedication was shown in their every move. Charlotte was rushed to a nearby hospital. The severity of her injuries was evident from the moment she arrived. The severe laceration to her rear left thigh area was wide. In the sterile confines of the hospital, doctors worked tirelessly to stabilize her. Their efforts focused on saving a life that had been hanging in the balance just moments before. Hours stretched into an eternity as medical professionals fought with determination and skill to piece Charlotte back together. As the hours turned into days, the tide of Charlotte's fate shifted. The efforts of the doctors, the support of her friends and family, and her unyielding spirit came together to turn the tide in her favor. Slowly but surely, her condition stabilized, the storm of chaos giving way to a fragile calm. The ordeal had left its mark, a scar on her leg that bore witness to the battle she had waged against the forces of nature. In the aftermath of the attack, the authorities swiftly closed the beach to swimming and surfing, a precaution to prevent further encounters with the unseen predators that lurked beneath the waves. Her body weakened as Charlotte emerged from the hospital, but her spirit was undaunted. The world looked different. Though she now limped due to the attack, her energy and determination remained unwavering. Charlotte had been given a second chance at life, a gift she did not take for granted. She carried on with her life, finding solace in the everyday moments. Maria Otto had spent a lifetime beneath the waves, seeking solace and tranquility in the world beneath the shimmering surface. With an impressive tally of over 400 dives under her belt, this 73-year-old German scuba diver had long forged a unique connection with the marine realm, finding comfort and companionship in the company of oceanic creatures. However, on a fateful day in June 1997, her journey into the deep would forever be etched in her memory. For Maria, sharks were more than just apex predators. They were her serene companions beneath the waves. Deeply respecting these majestic creatures, she navigated the waters with awe, confident that sharks were an integral part of the ocean's delicate ecosystem. This understanding guided her through countless dives, allowing her to experience the world beneath the surface with a sense of wonder and connection. However, June 1997 would be a turning point in Maria's relationship with the ocean's most fearsome inhabitants. Traveling to Hawaii, she had a noble mission: to share her wealth of experience with a new generation of divers, instructing them on the art and science of diving. The setting was a controlled swimming pool environment where young divers could learn the ropes of scuba diving before venturing into the open ocean. Yet, as she spent her days guiding and teaching, Maria undeniably yearned to embrace the open, natural waters surrounding the beautiful Hawaiian Islands. Her heart longed to experience the unfiltered beauty of the ocean, to swim amongst the vibrant coral reefs and the creatures that called them home. And so, when her instruction duties ended, she seized the opportunity to embark on a diving adventure that would soon become unforgettable. Before Maria arrived at the water's edge, a group of adventurous tourists, eager to interact with the ocean's most fearsome residents, embarked on a boat excursion and began feeding sharks. As she ventured into the water with her coach and American acquaintances on board, the excitement of exploration mingled with the serenity of the ocean's embrace. Unbeknownst to her, the waters had been stirred by the reckless actions of the tourists feeding sharks, transforming the tranquil seas into a theater of heightened activity. Majestic and fearsome, sharks roamed the depths, their presence a stark reminder of the ocean's raw power. Emerging from a dive and relishing the gentle caress of the waves, Maria's world shifted instantly. The serenity was shattered as a sudden force gripped her leg. Her tranquil swim transformed into a harrowing dance with danger. In that visceral moment, the boundaries between the human realm and the untamed world dissolved, and Maria found herself locked in a battle for survival with a creature that had mistaken her for prey. The crew on board quickly rushed towards her and helped her to free herself from the shark's lethal grip. But it wasn't an easy task. The shark was punched several times in its nose and eyes till it loosened its grip, and Maria was pulled up. Despite the ferocity of the encounter, Maria harbored no resentment toward the shark. She understood that the incident resulted from the shark's instinctive pursuit of sustenance, a case of mistaken identity in the complex dance of survival. Blood stained the water, and fear gripped her heart. Yet beneath it all lay a deep respect for the ocean's inhabitants, acknowledging their rightful place in the ecosystem she had come to love. As the boat's crew administered crucial first aid and the echoes of the incident lingered, first responders rushed her to a hospital. In Hawaii, a place known for its beauty and serenity, the gravity of the situation became evident. The medical team assessed the situation, and a sobering decision was made, amputating her leg. The surgeon expressed concern over potential infections and decided that saving her leg might pose a greater risk to her well-being. Despite the enormity of the decision, Maria faced it with remarkable courage and understanding. She agreed to the amputation, respecting the doctor's expertise and acknowledging that her life's course was irrevocably altered. It was a choice that marked a turning point in her journey, a tangible embodiment of her determination to persevere despite the challenges ahead. In the wake of the life-altering event, a community rallied around Maria, demonstrating the power of compassion and support. A friend initiated a GoFundMe campaign to alleviate the weight of mounting medical expenses. The response was overwhelming, with contributions pouring in from near and far, a testament to Maria's profound impact on those who had crossed paths with her. Beyond her role as a skilled diver and a talented photographer, Maria became a symbol of fearlessness and kindness. Her journey transcended the realms of her underwater exploits, transforming her into a beacon of inspiration for individuals navigating their trials. The incident may have shifted the trajectory of her life, but her spirit remained undaunted, illuminating the path for others to find strength in the face of adversity. In the heart of a landlocked country, an extraordinary story of love, family, and a dream fulfilled unfolded, casting a ray of hope and inspiration that would resonate far beyond borders. Grace Banda and her husband, Joshua, shared a love that had endured for half a century, and to commemorate their remarkable journey together, their children orchestrated a grand surprise that would take them to the country they had long yearned to visit, the United States of America. For Grace and Joshua Banda, the idea of traveling beyond the confines of their homeland was a privilege that had remained elusive for decades. As residents of Zambia, the prospect of exploring foreign shores had always seemed distant. However, their children recognized the significance of their parents' 50th wedding anniversary and saw it as an opportunity to turn this long-held aspiration into a reality. Pooling their resources and love, the couple's 4 children coordinated a meaningful surprise. With the expenses meticulously planned and borne by the children, Grace and Joshua were presented with an anniversary gift that transcended material offerings. With their children and grandchildren in tow, the Banda set off to the airport, the air tinged with electric energy that mirrored their collective excitement. As the plane wheels left the tarmac, the journey to Uncle Sam's land had officially begun. The skies held promises of new experiences and memories waiting to be made, and the couple's hearts brimmed with anticipation for what lay ahead. Upon arriving in America, their plane touched down in Florida, a gateway to their American adventure. With the aid of a guide, their stay was carefully curated to ensure a memorable experience. Their first day was spent luxuriating in the comfort of a hotel, the beginning of a journey filled with moments of wonder and joy. As evening descended, a towering cake took center stage, symbolizing their enduring love and the years they had shared. The celebration of their golden anniversary was a testament to the strength of their bond. Family, love, and gratitude converged as generations gathered around the cake, a sweet reflection of the unity and joy that defined the Bandas' journey. The adventure didn't stop there. The Bandas embarked on a day of thrilling excitement at an amusement park. The roller coasters, with their heart-pounding drops and exhilarating twists, mirrored the exhilaration that defined their journey. By the end of the day, their spirits were invigorated, and their bodies were weary from the adrenaline-filled experiences. The Bandas returned to their lodgings, their hearts brimming with gratitude for the day's adventures and the love surrounding them. The next day, they went to the pristine beach of Florida. The Banda family descended upon the golden sands of Florida's coastline, with the sea breeze brushing against their skin and the waves crashing in rhythmic harmony. The allure of the beach, with its vast expanse of water meeting the horizon, was irresistible. Grace, a grandmother who had embarked on this adventure with the heart of a child, exchanged her attire for swimwear, her spirit a reflection of the boundless enthusiasm that surrounded her. As the younger generations reveled in the waves, Grace joined them with unbridled glee. Together they waded belly-deep into the water, their shared laughter harmonizing with the rhythm of the ocean. A symphony of joy unfolded with each splash and each burst of laughter. Grace's heart swelled as she played with her beloved grandchildren, their shared moments forming the foundation of a cherished memory. In an instant, the carefree laughter gave way to a cry that pierced the air. Once the embodiment of joy, Grace was now the center of a drama beyond imagination. The shark's gnash into her feet reverberated through the family, a stark reminder of the delicate balance between humans and the wild. Initially unsure of the seriousness of the situation, her grandchildren rushed towards her, their innocent faces contorted with concern as they witnessed the distress etched on Grace's features. Their instincts kicked in and they rallied to support their beloved grandmother. With bravery beyond their years, some of the grandchildren attempted to pull Grace from the water while others scrambled to assess the situation. Together, with a collective strength fueled by love, they confronted the shark. Grace was freed from its grip. Blood flowed from the bites, a testament to the unexpected visceral encounter. Grace's leg, despite the bites, was miraculously intact. As they emerged from the water, their faces were etched with relief, exhaustion, and pride. With Grace's safety on their minds, the family's immediate response was swift and decisive. The well-being of their matriarch was their top priority, and the beach's other occupants were swiftly evacuated from the water to prevent further harm. The vacation atmosphere was abruptly transformed into an atmosphere of vigilance and concern. The family's initial plans were placed on hold after the incident. Instead of an immediate return to their beloved Zambia, they chose to stay, compelled by the necessity of ensuring Grace received the medical care she needed. Days turned into weeks as Grace underwent medical treatment, and her family stood by her side, unwavering in their support. Their vacation may have been disrupted, but the bond that held them together remained unbreakable. The fear that gripped them was transformed into determination, a resolve to overcome the obstacles that had been unexpectedly placed in their path. As Grace's strength slowly returned and her ability to walk improved, the family began to see a glimmer of hope on the horizon. A sense of assurance gradually replaced the shadow of uncertainty that had lingered. Were moving in the right direction. The decision to return to Zambia, their homeland, became more feasible as they weighed the allure of their homeland's familiar comforts against the uncertainty that had arisen from the incident. Before departing from the hospital, Grace received counseling to address the emotional aftermath of the traumatic experience. The weight of the encounter had left its mark, and the guidance she received was a crucial step towards healing both physically and emotionally. With the support of her family and the guidance of professionals, Grace faced her trauma head-on, emerging from the experience stronger and more resilient than before.